I was born in the empire of Lithari, 3,000 cycles after we discovered faster-than-light travel. By then, we had mapped entire arms of the galaxy, bent gravity to our will, and uplifted a dozen minor species. We believed ourselves the apex, the voice of order in a chaotic universe. And then we found Earth, a small, fragile rock, orbiting a yellow sun at the edge of a minor spiral arm. Its atmosphere, poisoned, its oceans, rising, its species, warring, and yet intelligent, capable, curious. We watched from afar, cataloged them, but we never made contact. Why would we? They were beneath us, and soon, like many unstable civilizations before them, they destroyed themselves. Nuclear fire, climate collapse, biological mistakes, the usual pattern. Within 300 rotations, Earth fell silent. Nothing left but rubble, ash, and the hum of a planet abandoned by time. Act 1. The joke of the galaxy. Music, light, mocking tone, plucked strings or soft digital beats. For generations, we joked about Earth. In council halls and university archives, it was known as the dirt world that failed, a case study in how not to evolve. Ambitious, we said. Unstable, we laughed. Emotional, we scoffed. It became tradition for cadets to visit the ruins on field tours. Cracked cities buried in sand, rusted metal towers. Even the stars above it seemed dimmer. And so, we laughed. For thousands of years we laughed, until Earth spoke back. Act 2. The signal that shouldn't exist. Music shifts. Mysterious, building tension. It began with a signal, weak, faint, buried in static. Origin, Earth. Format, unreadable. Duration, infinite loop. Our scientists dismissed it, a leftover echo, radiation bouncing off old satellites. But it kept coming, perfectly timed, repeating in an unnatural pattern. So we sent a drone, a simple scout. It never returned. Then we sent a team, elite Xeno researchers. Only one came back, and she wasn't herself. Her eyes were wrong. Her voice echoed. She said only one thing: Earth is not dead, it is dreaming. And then she died, not of disease, but as if her body had simply expired. Act 3. The machine beneath the planet. Music deepens, darker, hollow sci-fi tones. Now we were afraid. We sent warships, not to attack, just to observe. From orbit, Earth appeared unchanged, dead cities, silent continents, until the crust cracked. Something moved beneath, not biological, not natural. A structure, no, a machine. So large it spanned the planet's core. A reactor? A vault? We had no words, but it was waking up. And when it did, every ship within 5 light minutes shut down. Not fired upon, just silenced. Our weapons failed, our AI collapsed. Time felt strange. Minutes passed in seconds, days in moments. Then a voice came through the void, not transmitted, not broadcast. It spoke into our minds. We were not destroyed. We were becoming. Act 4. What humanity became. Music shifts, awe-inspiring cosmic tones. We once thought humans were limited by their flaws, but those flaws became their strength. Their chaos taught them to adapt. Their pain taught them to evolve. They did not die. They ascended. Earth became their chrysalis, the final war, their catalyst. And from the ashes of that self-inflicted extinction, they built something the galaxy had never seen, a mind without end, a will without flesh, a species without limit. The machine beneath Earth was not a weapon. It was a library, a cradle, a seed, and it had grown into something divine. Act 5. The galaxy remade. Music builds to triumphant crescendo. Systems failed across the quadrant. Not from attack, from incompatibility. Their presence bent reality. Space-time rippled around their ships. No shields, no guns, just gravity and silence. Planets began to change. Air cleared. Ice melted. Crops grew, not because they wanted to rule, but because they refused to watch others suffer as they once did. The humans returned not as conquerors, but as corrections. They healed what we broke. And when they finally spoke aloud, through every star, on every channel, in every language, they said, "We are not gods. We are what comes after gods." And then Earth fell silent once more. But this time the silence echoed with power. Final lines, reflective and poetic. Music fades to hopeful tones, soft strings or ambient pads. Now when we speak of Earth, we do not laugh. We do not mock. We teach our children to respect the silence, to listen to the stars, to never forget that even the smallest, weakest world may carry within it the fire to remake the universe. And when someone asks, "What was Earth?" we answer, "Earth was the beginning."